Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one is from Tabos1231. Am I in the wrong for not going to HR after my boss acted inappropriately? I'm having trouble making a decision, and I want to get opinions from this forum on if I'm in the wrong here. I, a 28-year-old male, have been working with my boss, Bonnie, a 42-year-old female, and have been working together for almost 5 years now. I was a junior when I joined our team, and she's been an amazing boss so far. Our job requires a lot of travel, as we have to visit our clients' offices for audits, etc., etc. When I joined the team, I was hungry and eager to learn the job and grow in my career. Bonnie took me under her wings and really helped me learn the business. We've been a team since many years and have both grown in our careers really well. I have constantly received promotions, and she's also made partner last year. Overall, she is the best manager I could have asked for, and I'm lucky to be in such a nurturing environment. Bonnie is like my mentor, and she has done a lot for me so far. Since Bonnie and I spend so much time together, we always discuss our personal life during our travels. After many false starts, I am now with my fiance for 3 years, and are planning our wedding sometime next year. Bonnie's husband is a lawyer, and they are a very loving couple. During the last 6 months, Bonnie's tone about her husband has changed a bit. She has been annoyed by him more than usual, and would complain about how they barely get to spend time together. I don't mind listening to her, but I'm smart enough to never give any advice to her. Yeah, that's a very smart thing, OP. You don't want her to say, well, he told me to do this, and then you're screwed. But back to it. Last week, during one of our trips, Bonnie got a bit drunk at dinner. We were out with our clients, and she insisted that she wanted a nightcap before heading to her room. We sat in our hotel bar, which is very normal for us, after the client dinner and discussed the next steps, etc., etc. She started becoming extra touchy with me, and I kept my distance. I could see she was visibly drunk and tried to end the night. However, she was stuttering her words, and I walked her to her room, which was on the same floor as mine. She tried to kiss me, and I immediately pushed her. I opened her door, and she went into her room. I came to my room and called my fiancée, and told her about what had happened. I was really scared, not because of the incident, but how it might impact my job and career. I just prayed Bonnie was blackout drunk and will not remember what happened. In the morning, Bonnie apologized to me. She blamed it all on the alcohol and explained to me how it's inappropriate for managers to have such relationships with direct reports. I said okay, and I told her forget about it. She said it would never happen again, and again apologized to me. I thought about it and decided not to report the incident to HR. My reason was that she was drunk and apologized for the mistake. She has done a lot for me, and I want to show grace to her in this situation. Secondly, Bonnie is a partner now, and I stand to gain a lot if I stay in her good books. She has always supported me during promotion cycles, and I know she'll continue to do the same if I let it go. My fiancée, on the other hand, is angry at me for not reporting this. She feels I'm taking an easy way out, and she should be disciplined for acting inappropriate with me. Moreover, she feels that I should try to change teams and not travel with her anymore. She says she trusts me, and I did everything correctly. However, my actions would encourage Bonnie to try something inappropriate again, and maybe she will sabotage my career to save herself. Am I wrong for wanting to continue working with Bonnie, as besides this one drunken incident, she's been an amazing boss and a very professional? Also, she apologized immediately. Or is my fiance right in this situation is dangerous for me, and I need to report it to HR to get ahead of the situation? Okay, OP, I can see this from a couple different angles. I definitely see the angle of you need to protect yourself because she could go to HR and said that you did something if she wanted to, protect herself. And I can also see why your girlfriend's like that. But if you trust her and I would let it slide personally because when she was sober, she came up to you and apologized and said, hey, this won't happen again. I'd give her 1, but if she does it again, then yes, I report to HR because nobody's perfect and we all do make mistakes. So I would probably let it slide, but there's that little part of me that's letting it, eat away in the back of my head. If she tries to report me and say I did something to HR, they'll probably believe her and then you're screwed, OP. I don't think she'll do that. That's what I'm getting from this. So you're not in the wrong, and I wouldn't jeopardize my job like that for one incident. But if it does happen again, she gets touchy-feely again, then yes, go to HR. And our next one comes from Yinzer Gym Girl. Am I, a fat 28-year-old female, wrong for feeling like this new relationship is too good to be true? I have concerns and there are some red flags. We have been dating for 2 months and things have been going great, moving very fast. I am plus sized, he is not. I lost my father in December and I have been told that it's a red flag that I jumped into relationships so fast, or that he jumped into one with me. He was in a 4-year relationship with someone he's had a friendship with for 10 years and a relationship for 4, up until January, who he was talking to as of February 15th. Yes, I have the proof of all of this. Our relationship is only 2/3 months old. He said I love you 3 weeks in, okay, and has been all over me, posting me on social media and spending every moment with me. He seems very into my body. He loves that I cook for him. He loves having sex with me, and sometimes, and seems very into me. He calls me his love, and posted me on his social media for the first time this weekend. I have never been posted so quickly by someone, ever. I found out recently for both him and 2 very reasonable sources that he's into plus size prawn. His mom is also fat, and he hates his mother. Seems to have some deep-rooted mommy issues. His mom cheated on his dad, and his mom kind of caused a divide in his family. Found out that he was also in a 4-year relationship with someone not plus-sized, who he was having sex with, and telling her he loved her in February, and they broke up only in January. They were very serious. I also found out he was apparently horrible to this girl, who was not plus-sized towards the end. He threatened to hit her and even put a dent in her car. He has a history of sex, gambling, prawn, weed, and alcohol. But he has claimed to only smoke weed now and has stopped gambling. After gambling for 7 years, I don't think you stop like that after 7 years. I feel like without therapy, this addiction could be hard to beat. I'm just feeling like there's potential I'm the rebound, and that this is some sort of ego grab and sex thing for him. I do a lot of motherly things for him, like cook and take care of him, and I feel like that combined with his fat fetish thing is a red flag. I know some men latch onto women they view as a downgrade for an ego boost and to mooch off of. He is in fire school, and up until this point, has no life savings, and I think his last girlfriend paid for everything as well. His previous girlfriend was a model, getting her doctorate in psych younger, and all of his girlfriends have been thin and beautiful. I am hot and smexy, but I am fat. I know men can gravitate to bigger women to rebound to fulfill their needs temporarily, and I'm afraid especially with how fast things are moving, that's what's happening. I feel like there's a scenario where he goes back to his ex after his fire school is done, and just is using me as a temporary fix. I feel like posting someone and saying they love you so fast after being with someone could regret breaking up with. Please, be honest. You will not hurt my feelings. Well, the red flag isn't him being attracted to your body. Some men just love bigger women, some don't, some love someone in between. What worries me is the saying right there, him saying, you hearing that how he treated her poorly at the end of the relationship. That would be a red flag for me, and if you have proof on it or you're trusting your gut, that would be enough for me to leave, because I wouldn't want to be with someone who could potentially, be hurtful to me in any way, shape, or form. And yeah, him coming out and saying that he loves you so fast, that'd be a red flag for me too. He could be trying to use you as the rebound, like you're saying. If I were you, I'd trust your gut. Keep your eyes open for more red flags, but don't get too cozy. Be ready to flee if you need to, cause I'm getting a couple red flags, OP. And our final one comes from To Throw or Not to Throw 5. Am I wrong for being jealous of my husband's relationships with his colleagues? I, a 35-year-old female, married my high school sweetheart, a 36-year-old male, a decade ago. We dated throughout university as we did the same course, but he ended up dropping out last year. Apparently, he couldn't just be bothered to take care of all that business stuff. We had a 2-year break. He moved towns and joined the military, and is doing one of the officer training programs. I'm not sure about the official English terminology. Sorry. My job moved me to the same town. We ended up reconnecting and getting married. His personality and behavior towards me did not change. He's still as sweet and thoughtful as he was back in high school. Over the years, he was promoted and sent on overseas deployments as well. We are not Americans. Our country was sent as a token force to Iraq/Afghanistan, which did put some strain on our relationship, but we managed to pull through and solve most issues. I was a bit frustrated with how much time he spent at the base as well as commuting, so he ended up buying a house not too far from the base, but not too far from the office I work at either. As I already have a flat in my name, we decided that he'd have full ownership of that house, so that in case of divorce, neither of us could go homeless. Over time, he started to have his military friends that lived nearby or at the base over for socializing, like playing cards and board games, which in principle would be fine. We have separate friend groups. When I host my friends, who are mostly business people, he plays along despite not having a single common topic or interest with them, as so do I with his friends. The problem is that he seems to have a relationship with his friends that he never had with me. It's very hard for me to describe it as a non-native speaker, but they are bantering and saying mean things to or about each other, while giggling so hard it can be heard from the next town over. I can make him laugh, of course, but it's just not the same. At the same time, everyone is nice and respectful to me. They probably mean well, but it just makes me feel intentionally excluded. I initially thought it was just a boys' club thing, but the women, or at least those that get invited, seem to be in on it as well. I talk to fellow military wives, and they all say I either get used to it or get a divorce. I asked my husband about getting in their club. He looked at me and said that he doesn't think I would enjoy being called names, nor do I have the game to handle it. To be fair, he's right, but I still feel so terrible that I can't form a bond like that with him. He seems so buddy and joyful, and he never really is like that with me. Rationally, I know that it's not his or his friend's fault, but I feel so angry and annoyed about it, to be honest. Hey, OP, I'm gonna say nobody's in the wrong here, and I get it, you see him acting a different way with people, but that's just the way it is. You act different ways with different people. These are his military buddies. The women too. I guess they see them as more as, as guys. I assume the women in the military don't jump on my back or more lean more to the masculine side, so I can see why they would fit in and blend in, cuz it's kind of like that. But it sounds like you got a good husband. You know what I mean? He treats you well, he's nice to you. But he's just like that with his friends, and that's just the way it is, because he treats you differently. You're his wife, and those are his friends. And he knows you can't take it, because, he's married to you. And he doesn't want to bring you into that situation, because you're probably going to get your feelings hurt. It's just the way it is, OP. People act differently around different people. I remember as a kid, I acted differently around adults than I do kids, and now it's vice versa because that's just the way it is. So, P, I'm gonna say nobody's the b-hole here. I think you're gonna have to go with the military wives, not the divorce part, because he treats you well, and it seems like you guys are a good couple. You just gotta get used to it. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me, and can you please do what I said in the beginning, and like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out, it helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.